Okay, so we are not going to wait more people. Now let's start. Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us today. We are so excited to have you here. This will be a great opportunity for us to give you an introduction of Pylontech and our superstar products Pelio today. For those who don't know me, my name is QQ Wang, Sales Director of Pylontech, and I'm based in Toronto, Canada. Majorly, I'm taking care of North American market. Today, I will be your moderator. And Greta Gu, she is a technical support engineer at Pylontech with extensive experience in the energy storage industry. Her role involves troubleshooting issues, providing technical assistance, and ensuring that customers' energy storage systems are functioning optimally. Okay, so let's start. So here is the content. Here is the content for today's presentation. I will spend about 8 to 10 minutes give you introduction of company, Pylontech company. And Greta gonna spend maybe 45 minutes to do the introduction of Pelio and some features, capability of Pelio, the installation, practical guideline to the Pelio's product installation. Also give you a demonstration of mainstream inverters connection with our Pelio. And she will also include some troubleshooting tips. During the whole webinar, you also can send any questions you have in the chat box. We will do the online reply. And also, we will spend 10 minutes at the end do the QA. Here is the milestone of Pylontech. Pylontech established in 2009. We started from BMS and LFP cathode material production. After 2 years, we transfer our material production to one of our biggest shareholder, and he has continued doing that manufacturing and became one of the largest cathode material supplier in China. That means that we don't have any supply issue on the raw materials. Then for Pylontech, we moved to downstreams manufacturing a little bit, which including battery cells, modules, racks, and container solutions. Of course, the BMS is always be one of our featured products. In 2014, we already started the mass shipment of residential BSS to Europe and Australia. And in 2015, we started to deploy some large utility scale products, but majorly for China market. In 2018, we already reached 1 gigawatt-hour shipment of BSS globally. And the next year, because the energy storage concept is getting popular, more and more popular, so it's easy for us to expand the capacity with another new 1.5 gigawatt-hours capacity. And in 2020, it was a big year for us. We successfully got a public listed in China stock market. Actually, we were the first ESS focused company got a public listed in China stock market. And in 2021, we ranked as number 2 global supplier of residential BSSs. And then last year, also a big year for us. We reached the number 1 residential ESS supplier globally. And you also be added on Morgan Stanley Capital Index, International Index. They only choose well-performed public company on their list. And this year, our focus is more keep supporting our partners to grow business, and we will have some localized supports. This is the overview of our facilities. Our headquarters is based in Shanghai Pudong area. We have R&D center, international sales, marketing, and technical support, mostly in this headquarters. And we also have 4 manufacturing bases, 2 in Jiangsu province one in Hubei, and a new facility in Anhui, Hefei. And the total capacity of these 4 facilities is 17 gigawatt-hour capacities. Right now, we have 8.5 gigawatt-hour capacity, and the new facility is in the process to do the expansion. It's in the process to the construction. We will complete the 10 gigawatt-hour capacity until end of next year. So today we have delivered more than 1 million systems to over 80 countries already. That means our products have been tested and approved by different environmental scenarios, very cold, very hot areas. And last year, we also completed ESG audit. We will continue to do ESG every year. Adopting ESG principles means that corporate strategy focus on the 3 pillars of the environment, social responsibility, and governance. This means taking measures to lower pollution, CO2 output, and reduce waste. For example, all of our new package of batteries will be plastic-free. You will see in the market soon. It also means having a diverse and inclusive workforce at the entry level and all the way up to the board of directors. ESG may be very costly and time-consuming to undertake, but it can also be rewarding into the future for those that carry it through. And here to say, Pylontech is one of a few companies have fully integrated manufacturing chains. I believe this is the most advantage could be benefit our partners and end users. We have our own cells, BMS, modules, container systems. But what does that mean to our partners, to our end users? Firstly, obviously, we don't have any supply issue. Even in last 2 years, a lot of companies have been suffered for breaching contracts, changing price, or couldn't deliver. But Pylontech, we honored all those contracts we signed. Secondly, it means commitment of safety, reliability, and stability, because we control the quality from the raw materials all the way down to the system. We know how to mix the raw materials to make a cathode and anode films. And we know every batch cells are from same quality control process, which is controllable and traceable. The third one is also the most important one. It gives us long-term business opportunities for our partners. For example, if we need to repair or replace battery modules 5 years later, how can we make sure the new battery modules can be compatible with the older systems? Same as the off-grid system. A cottage installed a 5 kilowatt, 10 kilowatt hour system today, but after some years, the battery degraded and the capacity is not enough to supply the appliance. We have to add 1 or 2 modules. Then we needed to make sure the new modules will be able to communicate with the BMS existing master BMS master modules or the existing PCS and compatible with the whole older systems. So for us as a integrated manufacturer, we can say that we don't have any issues to do the compatibility for new version and an older version systems, because we have own cells, BMS, and our philosophy from R&D team is any new version product will cover the older versions. Why this one always move? I think I don't know, something happened to my PPT in the past two. I missed 2 pages here. The first page was certificate. We already have UL 9548 certificate. We also have UL 9540 certificate with inverters. which may be helpful for some special locations, special states. They need a UL 9540 certificates. And we also passed the other certificates like the JET in Japan market, VDE in Germany market, and most like CE certificates for most other European countries. And also one page before this page, it says the ITP report, which it did from the Australian third-party lab, ITP. There was a line to show that Pylontech, after 7 years test, it shows after 2,000 cycles, Pylontech still have the highest capacity. We have the most stable capacity of the batteries. And then go to this page, which is also from the same report. You see the whole testing is 5 years, or 7 years, from 2015 to end of 2021. The first phase, they bought different batteries, but didn't include in Pylontech. But the second phase in 2017, they started to test in Pylontech batteries. After the whole 5 years testing, we don't have any defects or problems of Pylontech batteries. This gave us a lot of enough confidence to say we have like a stable or reliable performance of our batteries. And this is the, oh, why it's always going? This is the product portfolio for the residential segment. The most left one is 12 watts, which is the white one is mostly for consumer, for outdoor camping, outdoor activities, go to the beach, they carry it. And the black one, which is also our superstar product, the 12 watts, which is the most advanced 12 watts battery in the market. It has built-in Bluetooth, heating film, and also can make a 4-in parallel, 4-in series to get a 48 watts, or even you can make customized like 24 watts, 36 watts, 48 watts systems. Maximum we can have 17.2 kilowatt hour systems with this 12 watt battery. And we also have 24 watts batteries. And this is majorly for some special applications, telecom tower, or even more for other countries, not for North America. The 48 watts, which is our mainstream for North American market, we have rack mounted and stackable types. Both of them have compatible with different brand inverters, especially with Solarc in North American market. And Greta will talk more about the stackable Pelio one later on. And we also have high voltage BESS. Oh, high voltage BESS, the left one, the stackable one, but it's also for residential. This one, we call it Force H1, which also already compatible with solids, and we already got the UL 95 certificate with them. And all other racks is for mostly for CNI and a container. We have container solutions for utility scale projects. And the system could be used in 1,000 watts to 1,500 watts systems. We will have separate webinar for CNI and utility products later on. And our batteries have been compatible with most tier 1 inverters. Here, just list you a few popular brands in North American market, including Victron, SMA, Schneider, Lux Power, Solarc. So it depends on which inverter you carry. You can always compatible with our 48 batteries. So here is my introduction of Pylontech and general picture of our products. Then I'm gonna pass to Greta. She will do the detailed introduction of our superstar product, Pelio. Greta.
Okay, I will share my screen now. Okay, let's start from the product overview. The name of the Pelio is taken from the image of Helios in Greek mythology, which represents the light and the power. We believe Pelio will bring you the solar energy and good luck from Helios. And we also believe Pelio is a way for you to liberating your energy sustainability and a last step for the next future. Then here is the basic parameter of the Pelio species. The voltage of the Pelio is 51.2 volts. The recommended charge and discharge the current is 100 amps and the C rate could reach 1 C. The capacity of the single battery module is 5.12 kilowatt hour, and it could connect max 20 pieces of battery module in parallel. For continuous use, the power of the single battery module is 5.12 kilowatts, and the single unit could withstand 6.14 kilowatts for 15 minutes, 10.24 kilowatts for 50 seconds. The size of it is 395 millimeters west. The 578 millimeters height, 160 millimeters depth. The single battery module's weight is 45 kilogram. If with the base, the weight is 47 kilogram. The depth of discharge means the real capacity that could be used in one circle. And our Pelio has 95% of DOD. And similar with other batteries, the designed circle life is more than 6,000 times under 25 degrees centigrade. As Q said, our battery have passed many certifications such as IEC, UL, VDE. Passing UL means our products are able to be sold in the North American market. The UL 19540A, UL 6042 tests the cell safety. The UL 1973 tests the whole battery safety, and it could provide the double safety. The IP rating of the Pelio is 65. It means the Pelio could be installed outside. And then Pelio has many advantages comparing to other batteries. And at this part, I will discuss these advantaged features. First, the flexible capacity choice from 5 to 100 kilowatt hour. The capacity expansion ability is one of the advantages of our US series product. We are proud that our modular product concept is well utilized by our customer when smoothing designing their system into varying capacity level, from applications from the typical residential energy storage system to the light commercial applications. On Pelio, up to 20 pieces of battery module can be paralleled together and be controlled by the battery module itself. There is no external device required for the synchronized control of the battery module during the capacity expansion. When the customer purchase our battery for first time, maybe they wouldn't want to buy too many batteries because the investment is high or they have other considerations. So when they use the batteries for a long time, maybe they want to add more backup time, or they find the capacity isn't enough, or the battery degradation. It's really convenient to add the battery modules. And now I will show you the Pelio's configuration. For one battery, different quantities of the module have different capacities. For one battery module, the nominal capacity is around 5 kilowatt hour. And the usable capacity means the nominal capacity times DOD. Here I use the 95%. The rated power is calculated under 100 amps, and the max power for 15 minutes is calculated by 120 amps multiplied 51.2 watts. The peak power in 50 seconds is 200 amps times 51.2. The capacity of 20 battery modules is about 102.4 kilowatt hour. The usable capacity could reach 97 kilowatt hour. The minimum backup time means the minimum backup time is 0.95 hours. It means the battery could be fully charged or discharged time. It is calculated at 1C rate 95 depths of discharge. Then the second advanced feature is it's flexible for replacement. In the market, there are many these AC batteries, which means the inverters and the batteries are in one box. It's easy to install, but if you want to enlarge the capacity, you have to add the whole system. It's a kind of waste. And if there is an error on the AC battery, you have to fix the whole system. It means you couldn't use it for a few days because the repair or the replacement need time. Compared to this kind of battery, our DC batteries are flexible. If there is a problem with one battery module, you can remove it for repair or the replacement, and the other batteries will still work. And we want to build the long-term relationship with our customers. They could use the battery for many years. They should feel free to add or reduce the battery modules. The second advantage is a huge boost in performance. In our residential storage product family, there is no other product as popular as 48 voltage solutions such as US 2000C, US 3000C. It can properly adapt with a variety of application scenarios. And one of the core reasons making it so popular is its amazing energy density and the power performance. On Pelio, we push even further than the high-density 4L series. The module-level volume energy density on the Pelio is about 136 watt-hour per liters. The module-level volume energy density on the 4L is about 90 watt-hour per liters. It seems more than 50% jump of the energy density. So this means the space efficiency of the Pelio is an even remarkable level, which leaps ahead of the competition. Apart from the impressive energy density increasing, sufficient power supply for essential applications during critical period is always in our mind during the product innovation. Inherited from the US series product, the power performance of Pelio remains extraordinary. It has up to 5 kilowatt continuous power performance and up to 10 kilowatt peak power performance per module. And thanks to the built-in BMS, during the multiple modules operation, the system level performance is simply scaling up without derating or constraints from an external BMS. Along with the amazing depth of discharge at 95%, all these features provide the potential for the users to liberating their energy during the electricity shortage, backup time, and off-grid application scenarios. For example, at the off-grid system, when you turn on the air conditioning or some large load equipment, there may be the rush current. The Pelio could withstand this instant strong power to support the whole system instead of shutting down. And the next advantage feature is the more application scenarios. What should be convenient environment for the battery module installation is always concern for the users. The Pelio is our first IP65 rated residential product, which produced a huge leap of reliability and suitability among variety of installation environments. The workable temperature range is -10 to 55 degrees centigrade. The workable altitude level is up to 4,000 meters. All these features combined makes the robust performance in an impressive way. And combined with the remarkable slim and stunning design, in fact, it brings the impressive compact footprint to the product, with about 0.1 square meter for 20 kilowatt hours capacity. It is comfortable for the typical household electricity users' demands. And it means you will have more choice on where to install the battery system in the lovely home, from the loft, garage, living room, warehouse to any place with limited area. Pelio gives flexible in the installation area selection. And not to limit your imagination, we further innovate Pelio to have varying type of installation method. Apart from the ground-mounted, you could also select the wall-mounted for the installation. This brings the solution for where there's no sufficient installation area on the ground, which optimizes the installation space efficiency. Furthermore, there is no additional installation toolkits required to be purchased. All you need is the battery module and the external cable kits to build in your amazing battery system. The fast plug connector selected and plug and play installation concept could simplify the installation process. And the Pelio also has a good appearance. I will show you the video now. So from the video, you can see to the side of the Pelio, we receive a space only for you to perfectly liberate your thoughts, ideas, and options with the beautiful coordinating colors to your family, friends, and the world. The last two advanced feature is Wi-Fi monitor for 24 hours and 10 years of the warranty. With an optional Wi-Fi module, the Pelio can connect to our prepared 24 hours online platform, which is packed with vast new features. For example, it provides the real-time battery operation status, the comprehensive battery operation logs, and the setting parameters in one step. The platform also generates the accumulated capacity being stored and delivered by the battery system to let you learn more on how our solution benefits you in a statistical way. Up to 10 years warranty, more than 15 years design life makes the record even more valuable to obtain. And when the battery is registered on our website, a page with the 10 years warranty would also be displayed in this application. And additionally, it also integrates the remote upgrade features, which make sure the Pelio could enjoy the latest and optimal operation logic. The online customer service features efficiently address your concerns to deliver the next level experience. So with the cell-to-module concept, up to 20 pieces of module expansion ability, flexible for replacement, huge boost in performance, selectable mounting method, IP65 rating, 24 hours Wi-Fi monitoring feature. Pelio is by far the most powerful and versatile product from our most popular low voltage products family. And then let's move to the installation part. When you purchase the battery, you will receive the battery kit. It includes the one battery module, a pair of side panel cover, one pair of power cable for the parallel connection of each battery module, some screws, the grounding wire to connect each battery module, the warranty card, packing list, and the menu. The customer should select the proper kit based on the installation environment. If you choose the ground mounting, they should buy the cable kit G. It includes one pair of power cable to connect the master battery to the inverter, and two communication kit. One is RS485, one is CAN to connect the battery to the inverter. You could choose one of them. And there's a connection well between two stacks, a grounding cable to connect the battery to the inverter's grounding point. Then the communication ports for waterproof requirements, some screws, and wear blanket, anti-tipping blankets, packing list, and a base. For the wall mounting, the cables are the same, but the blankets are different. And also, if you want to expand capacity and add the stack, the customer needs to buy the extensible cable kit E. It includes one pair of power cable, and only the one system only needs one Wi-Fi stick. There are some important things to note before your installation. You have to ensure you read the installation manual and you understand the requirements and the guidelines states. To ensure the environment, like before, make sure the dust must be removed to keep a clean environment. There are no mandatory ventilation requirements for the battery module, but please avoid the installation in a confined place. And please avoid the direct sunlight. And the temperature should be between 0 to 50 degrees centigrade. And it's always handy to have all the tools and accessories. The kit builder can assist with these to ensure that no parts are left out. And the last, to confirm the inverter is indeed compatible with the battery. Here is the interface of the battery of the Pelio. We can start from the left. This is the right enclosure of the right enclosure of the Pelio, there are two power terminals to connect each battery module or to connect to the inverter. And here is the front side of the Pelio. The light shows the SOC. And here is another side of the Pelio. The RS232 is the communication port could connect the battery to the Apple controller, it could always still monitor the battery status and do some advanced operations. The USB could also realize the upgrade of the firmware. This thread is a deep switch, then two power switch. Then from here, on the upper one is the Wi-Fi terminal. On the right, it's link 0 and link 1 port. It could realize communication between each battery module. And on the bottom is the communication cable to connect the battery to the inverter. If you choose the wall mounting, you have to choose the suitable wall, which could this could withstand the total. Oh, sorry. If you choose wall mounting, you should choose a wall capable of supporting the total weight of the battery system and thick enough to fit the expansion board properly. And the max 3 battery module could stack for the wall mounting. For the ground mounting, you should also choose a suitable ground which could withstand the corresponding weight, and the max 4 battery module stack for the ground mounting. So if you have 4 battery modules and you choose the wall mounting, you should buy the 2 brackets to install. And after installation the base, you have to place the battery module on the base and fix the foot with 4 screws one by one. And if you have multiple battery modules, you have to use the anti-tip bracket to connect the first battery to the wall. It is for the fixing. It's for the stable. And the power cable connection, you should keep the power cable inside the handle of the battery module as the red circle displayed. And always remember to lock all the power terminals not used for the waterproof requirement. For communication cable connection, for the master and for the batteries, if you only have 1 battery, you just left the link 1 and link 0 port empty. If you have multiple batteries, you should connect the first battery's link 1 to next battery's link 0. It's similar with the US series product, but the way of connect the cables is different. You have to rotate 2 cables and for locking. And for the communication cable connect the battery and the inverter, you should always use the waterproof kit. Here is the grounding cable. Each battery module enclosure has 2 grounding points on the power cable side. Either one can be used. And here is the procedure of the power on. You have to, before power on, you have to double check all the power cables and communication cables is right. And switch on the inverter first, then switch on the circuit breaker between battery and inverter. Then switch on the power switch of all battery module from the off to on, and press the start button of the first battery module for more than 3 seconds. Then the LED of the first battery will lighten. You will see the LED light here, and then all the battery LED will lightening automatically. Then the procedure of power switch. First, you have to turn off the external power source. Then turn off the switch between battery and inverter. The third is to press the start button of the master battery for more than 3 seconds until all the light on the master battery lighting, then release. All the battery's LED will be out and stop showing any status. Then you could switch the power switch of every button from the on to the off position. Here is the connection of the multiple stacks. If you have the more than one stacks, you should use a DC bar or combiner to connect each power cable. And this is our application, Pylontech Home. You can download it, and please see the main screen of that. It will show the power at the battery's SOC, then the basic information of the battery, such as the series number, the software version, the sales number, then the charge and discharge status, like the current, the voltage, the capacity, and you should even see every battery cells, every cell's voltage and temperature. Our Pelio is compatible with many Tier 1 inverters in the market. It's similar with the US series. And we will take, today I will take the Solarc as an example. Solarc is a popular choice in the North American market. And here is the recommended minimum battery module. If you have 5K Solarc inverter, you could choose one battery module. If you have 15K Solarc inverter, you could choose 3 battery module. And it's just the recommendation. If you want to add more battery modules for the specific requirements, it's always please free to add it. And here is the standard wiring diagram of the Solarc and our battery. You will see this is the power cable connect our battery and inverter. And please add a suitable breaker between it. The Solarc uses the CAN communication, and the pin out of it is 4H and 5 low. When you connect the Solarc and our battery, you have to set some things on the screen of the inverter. First, you have to press the battery setup icon. Then press the battery. You should input the capacity, charge, and discharge current according to the battery number. This is the example for the one battery module. So if you have 2 battery module, the capacity should be the 200 amps hour. And you have to click the BMS lithium battery. Then press the charge and set the float voltage, absorption voltage, and equalization voltage. We recommend you set at 56.8 volts. Then press the discharge, set the shutdown at 8% and low battery at 10%. It's also just the recommendation. Then let's move to the next part, the troubleshooting. When you can connect our batteries and inverters, sometimes you will face communication-related problems. So when you face this problem, you should check 3 things. First is the cable connection. You check if all the communication cable is connected in the correct way. And then the pin definition of the communication cables. For our side, the first 3 pin should be the null. And different inverters have different pin outs, so you have to ask the different inverters. Then you can check the inverter setting according to the battery parameters. And also in our Wi-Fi in our application, you could complain there. The procedure is first you select the ticket and then click this plus to submit the ticket, and then choose the ticket type. There were 2 types, like the advisory or the system issue. Then you could input the subject, the description. If necessary, you could take some pictures or videos in the attachments. When you save it and submit the ticket, our engineer could receive this complaint instantly, and then the engineer will judge the error and help you to solve the problem as soon as possible. Okay, that is all I want to share with you. If you have questions, you can ask now or send email to QQ or to me at the or the sales email, and you can scan this QR code to our website for more information. And in the next of this year, we will participate these 4 exhibitions in the US. The latest one is in Atlanta at May. We are really excited to meet you at